Hi and Assalamualaikum to ISHAK. My name is Amirul Hafiz bin Azri. I will be a representative for my group to present about uh, lab 2 for the assignment 2. So for today we are going to do the key in of attribute data to show the characteristic of spatial data. So let's start. Okay, this is the map, and you can see it already have a layer which is on here. The shapefile has been made. So we have road, building, water bodies, and this is just for the data for the map. And as we can see, this is just example map to show how to key in the attribute data. So the data on here, it doesn't have any information about the data. So let's start with the streets. How to make attribute data into the spatial data. So just click it on here, right click, open the attribute table, and yeah, you can see only this. So just click in on here, add field, and just input what the name of the data you want. So we are doing for the roads. So roads or street, it should have a name of the road. So what should we use? The type is text because we are going to make name, so we are going to use text and just click in OK. And you can see other than it what other thing it needs. So for the roads, we can use the information about their distance. So just click in the same place, pick distance, and yeah, just click double 7 and 3. So how to get the 7 and 3? You can use the data structure and click OK. So yes, as you can see, it still doesn't have any information about the road. So how to input the information? First, you can see with your eyes, as you can see, it has a name of the road already, but not everything on the map, just some part of it. It has already has the name of the road. So what you need to do, the first one, click editing, start editing, and yes, just click which part do you want. So for extra information, you can open it in here, click here, and will appear on here. So pin it. So what data that I want, you can choose data on here, but it depends what the data that you want. I don't really like on here. You can also use this style, which is just close tab, and yes, just click which one you want. So I'm click here. The name of the road is Lorong Bandar 3. Next one we have Lorong Bandar 3. Sorry, just Bandar 2. And the long road we have Jalan Taman Bukit Esen. next we have Jalan Bukit Desa. Jalan Bukit Desa 6. So just do the same thing, the same process to make the other names. So as we can see already, some of the data already have characteristic or the name of the road. So how to make it appear? Before we make it to appear, we should make all the data, include all data in the map first. So next thing, just stop editing. Before we stop, save first and stop editing. So see that go to the table again, attribute table. So this is data that we already made. The next one we were going to make the distance. We don't know the distance. We will calculate distance automatic using the coordinate and the projection already be made in the shapefile and has been made while we doing the rectify. So click it here, calculate the geometry, which have the length, and choose kilometers and click OK. So this is the data that has been calculated, the distance. So every single point already have every single line already have the data, the distance, but we need to input more about their information, about the name. I'm not going to make all of it, but this is just instruction how to make the data. So next, what we have here is about the building. So do the same thing. We are going to make name, choosing text, the same thing, and we have to do is the size, just pick double 7 and 3. So we can calculate it first before we start with the name. So I prefer the acres, using the acres for area. So this is what we have. So if you want to find where you will put the information, just start editing and you can see on the map. Just close the map. So just pick what you want. Let's see. On here we have this on here. You can try where you want to find data. So we'll just close it and just go to the data you want to key in, the attribute. So let's say we have the building, Stadium Utama Bukit Jalil, Pusat Aquatic National, and Gymnasium. So just turn on the layer and click the layer. And this is for Gymnasium. Next we have Stadium Utama. And we also have Pusat Aquatic. So that's all for this. And here we also have method. This is just for extra. Okay, you can do it more, but I'm just showing how to make the data and how to key in the data. So as we can see, actually it has more on here also, but will stop here. Next, we're going to make the next layer. For this layer, before we start, save and start editing first, and do the same step. Open the attribute table, add data, name, the type of data will the name of the data it will represent for the type of data. You can choose type of data depend what you use for, like short integer, long integer for numbers, long integer for big number until 1000, and short integer below 100. I think like long integer we can use to find the population. And going back to the topic, so we're going to do text name. Just click OK. Do the same thing. We're going to make the area. This is the field properties depends on the data structure zero site. So we can calculate the area first using the acre. So where's your data? So how to find the data? Just click on it. So we have here, which is this is around 49 acres, and for 2 acres this is for 11 acres. This is for 11 acres. So we are going to make the name of the water bodies. Let's say we have this one. Close it first and see Tasik Commonwealth. Have the name of the Tasik Commonwealth. Just keep doing the same thing. So this we can see on here before it. Save and stop editing. So as you can see, there is no single text of the data, right? So how to make the data appear that all the data you have been made? So let's see first. So we will have two names for the water bodies. So we are going to do is click on here. Click on here. Let's say you want to make the name of the road appear. So just click on here. You're going to go to label, label feature, and click what type of data you want. Let's say I want the name of the data. Click over here and choose this. OK, apply, and you will get the data. So let's see. So the data already appear. Do the same thing on the other layer. Let's say we are going to make on this layer for water bodies. Click here and we want area or the name. Let's say I want the area. Just click on here. Okay. So they have the area of the water bodies. Next we are going to make for the building. The building you can use the name. Just click OK. So as you can see what the name will already appear. Just close the map. And yes, we have Stadium Utama Bukit Jalil. Okay. This is for all the data that we have been made. Next, we show you all for the data that we made for lab number 2. And yeah, this is the data we already made. It has a lot of attribute data. So you can see over here, this is the attribute table. This is all the data. Might be too much, but this is all data that have we found on the map, and we try to find it on the internet when it doesn't appear on the original map. So that's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.